In a peaceful village nestled between gentle green hills, there lived a boy named Leo. Leo was a thoughtful child who loved exploring nature and spending time with his friends. However, despite his kindness, he often found himself comparing his abilities and possessions to those of others. One bright afternoon, feeling discouraged after seeing his friends excel in different activities, Leo decided to take a quiet walk by the river that flowed near his village. As he strolled along the riverbank, watching the sunlight dance on the water, he noticed an elderly gardener tending to a beautiful garden nearby. "Why the long face, young one?" the gardener asked, noticing Leo's troubled expression. Leo sighed, hesitating at first, but then he decided to open up. "I can't help but compare myself to my friends. They're better at sports. And some even have nicer things than me. It makes me feel like I'm not good enough." The gardener nodded wisely as he gently trimmed the flowers. "Comparison can steal your joy, my boy. Let me share a story with you." The gardener told Leo about two young saplings that grew side by side in a garden. One sapling was tall and strong, always comparing itself to the other, which was smaller and more delicate. The stronger sapling often boasted about its height and sturdy branches, while the smaller sapling focused quietly on growing its soft, colorful flowers. One day, the gardener continued, a great storm swept through the garden. The strong sapling, despite its size, was uprooted by the fierce winds. But the smaller sapling, with its flexible branches and deep root, bent with the wind and remained standing, blooming beautifully even after the storm had passed. Leo listened carefully, reflecting on the story. He realized that constantly comparing himself to others only filled him with unnecessary worry and dissatisfaction. From that day on, whenever he felt the urge to compare, he remembered the gardener's story. Instead of focusing on what others had, he chose to nurture his own talents and happiness. Through that experience by the river, Leo learned the valuable lesson of self-acceptance. He stopped letting comparison overshadow his journey and embraced his own strengths. He came to appreciate the beauty of his own path, finding contentment within himself and his place in Rhe village.